Good evening and welcome to another scene in the Living World of Darkness, the Camarilla and Anarch venue. Tonight we are joining two of the inhabitants of the bunker as they are going to check up on some things that have become a little harder to check up on given the situation. William and Selena are they're firstly going to stop by a associate of William and have a bit of a talk.
All right. Yeah. All right. When I run into Carmen, I'll ask to go into my private office and we'll begin the conversation. And just in case of eavesdroppers, we'll be speaking in Chinese to raise the security.
Fair enough. Carmen will just, she seems very happy to see you. She smiles and just, she doesn't give you, like, hug you or anything, but maybe it's close. Maybe there's something she wants to, but she doesn't really do it. She just gets to see you again. Please, come this way. And you enter the office.
I go, and I'll use her title instead of her name. I go, but it's shorthand. I go, Ling, I'm hoping that your investigation has narrowed down where these vehicles could be going.
Well, it's really just it's two, but I'm quite well. I'm quite sure it's actually only one car that's really missing. I talked to the guy who was who on our books last had last operated or drove it, and he did after the fact. And after I talked to him, he remembered that, well, once he parked it somewhere, he did notice that someone was either eyeing him or eyeing it. There's a general description, but I managed to talk to a bunch of people in the area, and I'm quite sure it's a known street guy. You know, not like not a big shot in any way, but low beat gangster really. Runs a similar operation, a chop shop. Takes cars and pulls them apart.
William will nod. It's like, I see. Well, I still can't be going, at least uninvestigated. So, I like all the information you can about this businessman, and me and my associate will go and check on him to see if I can possibly reclaim the vehicle, if not understand why he took it.
She nods, and she will give you the name Leo Pendretta, which is what's from which you can tell an Italian name of some description. Yes.
And nod to that, and he looks over to Ling, and it's been a moment, and he pulls out, or he goes through one of the desks and pulls out a letter opener and cuts at his palm and proceeds to feed her.
She revels in it. She's really happy. She you can see that she doesn't really taste it but you can see that it's almost it's almost like someone getting a shot of drugs. You know the effects of the vitae, so it's not really that surprising, but still you can see that she's definitely enjoying this.
And
She thanks you very much, and yeah, she will give you the general area where this guy is known to be, hang around, and it's like a, a vague description of it. She hasn't got any photos, but vague description.
William will nod at this and respond, thank you. It's like I'll be moving post haste. And he looks at her a little bit not disapprovingly, but I guess concerned, and says, if you feel the need arise, don't hesitate to call me. I don't want to put you in a sense of withdrawal.
She looked at you with oh, well, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna. No. It's quite all right. It's quite all
right. And he nods to that and opens the door and looks at Selena. I have a name and a possible location.
Well, marvelous, darling. And she would kind of take his arm, like link his arm, as in a very ladylike fashion.
Yeah. So William will hold it relatively comfortably. There's a slight, I guess, sensation of more like surprise, but he quickly falls into the act and leaves. It's like the man we're looking for is was Leo, was it Pentrite or Pentrot?
Pendretta, but Pendretta, yeah.
Yeah. He seems to be similar in my operation, small shop. He apparently was eyeing the vehicle after an operator was testing out one of the machines on the floor, and he was nearby. So that's all. So it seems evidence points to him that he may have taken this, though. So I wish to verify this and see if I can reclaim the vehicle. If not, find out why he took it. It could be something petty. It could be something major. If we're lucky, it's something petty. If we're not, hopefully it'll lead us better evidence of how Sabat has been traveling throughout the city.
Very well, darling. I'm assuming you with the gentleman at all?
I don't typically try to associate with small fries. They have a tendency to cause problems, but I've heard about them through passing.
Well, let's go and speak to the gentleman, shall we?
And we shall. And he'll go in, and William will follow the directions to the best of his ability to find Leo, or at least his shop.
His chop shop. You can find the chop shop. There is also like a bar that's not that far, which is also a place that some people she's been talking to have seen him before. But you can go to the chop shop, and when you arrive, there's not too much activity, but there is one guy standing around who is not officially in any security fashion, but he looks as though he's clearly looking out and watching the place. And he doesn't seem too friendly. He seems to put on his best, yeah, get out of here face. it's just standing and being big and yeah, in the way.
Selena would lean in to William slightly to have a chat with our dashing friend, keep him out the way somewhat while you do your thing.
William nods, seeing the gesture and understanding what her task is, and he'll kiss her hand before separating from her, showing a sense of, I guess, connection, and hopefully distract the guy a bit, seeing that William's not a threat while she does what she's good at, talking to people.
She would make her way over to this guy, making sure that she's showing a bit of leg through the, which comes right up to kind of thigh level, and making sure that those appearance 5 boobs just wiggle just right in a dress.
As you're coming up, you'll hear like, "Hey, honey, hey, why don't you show me the Lower East Side, huh?" And like this guy is just, "Hey, what are you doing here? Come on, get out of here! I mean, hey! If you want to, get off work at some time, you want to hang out. Hey, I got a phone number. I got something else for you." Yeah, it's the fat version of Quagmire, essentially.
Approach him and kind of circle round him just slightly, attempting to get him to turn.
Will actually stop you for getting too close. He'll just say, "Hey, honey, hey, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but this is private property and all, so yeah, all good things comes for those who wait. All right."
She'd kind of look him up and down and run her tongue over her lips slightly and just go, "So, what's your name, handsome?"
Nani, why don't he just looks at you? He says,
"Sorry, what did he say?"
he says, "None of your business. That's my name."
Oh.
This is private property, all right? Hey, not that I don't appreciate you coming around to check on me. I might need some, I might be holding weapons or something. You might need to do a cavity search. But, yeah, private property,
Well, I'm just here to talk, darling. No need for that.
Yeah, I bet you are. Listen, he looks around, just, I don't know, this is kind of is this Sal? Did Sal put you up to this? I'm going to have to work with that son of a bitch.
Well,
and he just, yeah, I'm on the job, all right, honey?
maybe Sal felt that you needed some company, perhaps.
He looks at you, and you can see, as you say that, his attention is definitely, reorganized or reprioritized. He just looks you up and down, smiles, looks you up and down again, smiles wider, and just says, "Oh, maybe I do, maybe I do. Maybe," he looks around. Hold on one sec. And he will just stick his head in, and hey, Joey, come on, watch the door for me, all right? I gotta go, take care of the thing. What are you talking about? I'm taking care of the thing. Just watch the door, all right?
While this is going on, Selena would have kind of given him a now kind of look.
And William,
Yes.
do you do anything? I mean, Selena has just given you a signal.
Yes, while the men are distracted of changing their posts, I'm going to be stealthing around looking for entryways or possible openings so I can see through.
There aren't really any. There is. You're quite sure you can see a door. Um, that is, well, it's being watched by the big guy, but not at the moment. He's quite distracted. Um, you could probably stealth over to that. Would you give me a dexterity stealth?
Gotcha. Oh no.
You have a success. That's more than plenty. This guy is not seeing shit. There's a bit of a, what shall we say, a spirited debate about who should do what and who should watch what. Uh, when uh, when Joey, as far as you know, gets out, and the big guy will just, yeah, come on, let's go around here, and the very handsome and fat fellow will take Selena inside and into a room just on the. It's not an office per se. It's more like a room that seems to be like for breaks, a break room for maybe drinking coffee and stuff like that. There's a fridge. There's like some chairs you can sit in, and a sofa, but it's not really a sofa, but it's it's passable. And he has a grin on his face, and he will just lead her in there. Um, at the same time, William, you will make your way to the other door that is a bit off to the side, but it's clearly it's 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 doable to get inside without being noticed. You are standing in what seems to be the main room. There is about four guys, three, well, two of them are working on one car. One is just looking and inspecting under another car, and the fourth guy is sitting at a computer and doing something. They are taking one car apart.
Okay. Well, William will be more interested on the guy on the computer, and he'll try to put himself in a position where he can get a line of sight, then use Auspics to increase his vision.
All right. You can activate Auspics.
And since I'm going to be mainly watching over his shoulder, trying to see what he's typing to or typing, I'll be obfuscating one and just standing in place and watching him carefully.
You could do that. It's not. I mean, reading from perception alertness to read what's on the computer, and it's going to be quite hard.
That's three.
Well, right. You can tell that he's at the moment he's not typing in anything. He is what he seems to be looking at are different websites for like businesses who sell machine parts, businesses who sell like custom paint jobs, who sell parts for cars, that sort of thing. And what he's writing down is more actually on a sheet of paper. You can notice that it's a lot of numbers. You think it's pricing of different car parts he's noting down. you think, but that's what he sees. He seems to be noting down a lot of prices, and there is quite a lot of noise. There are two people taking off, stripping a car, essentially. So, but yeah, you can make out that this guy is sitting and noticing down prices. Meanwhile, in the break room, this lovely gentleman just he seems to be trying to get intimate with Selena, or wants to anyway.
She's kind of letting him go so far and just like playing her little game with him, like kind of get so far and then kind of pulling back away from him playfully.
Hey, come on, don't be like, come on.
You haven't even told me your name, darling. What kind of girl would I be if I just gave it all up without knowing anything about you?
Oh yeah, my name is and he I actually don't have a name. His name is who knows? Vinny. His name is Vinny. All right, that's all you need to know. It's Vinny, and he just it's Vinny. So now you know. So let's let me see what you're carrying around over there. They're a little heavy.
She'd just give him one of her like flashiest smiles. Vinny, why? That just happens to be my favorite name. I'm Selena. And she would just like move her dress to show a little more leg and continue to tease him and just try to keep his attention for as long as possible without having to give any more than she really has to do.
Yeah, this guy is not particularly classy, as you could call it. He will grab a bit, and he will be somewhat aggressive, shall we say? Will you react to that?
Roped and things.
Yeah, but does Selena react to that?
She would just kind of giggle as if it was all part of the fun.
He will take that as encouragement. He will he'll grab a bit more and be a little bit more frisky. He's trying to get the clothes off you, essentially.
Pull back a little bit. Gently, gently, darling. This is a designer dress, after all.
Yeah, I'll buy you a new one if I can rip it off you right now. How about that? And he thinks that is a winning line, obviously, by the way he's winking at you.
Oh, God. She would just smile warmly. Well, how about we just slowly and perhaps you unzip me like a gentleman?
Oh, gentlemen. Oh, all right, yeah. I can. Oh, yeah, role play. Yeah, my lady, I can do that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
he just gets back. All right, I like this, and yeah, he's trying. He's obviously has like -3 dots in etiquette, so yeah, it doesn't work. But he auto fails etiquette rolls. But anyway, he's trying. Meanwhile, William, what do you do?
Since I'm taking consideration of how loud it is and I want to get a better look and possibly interrogate this guy, I'm gonna stealth close behind him, but at a then obfuscate again.
First, roll me another stealth roll because you are moving inside the room.
Yep.
And all right, you can stealth up behind him, and um, as you're behind him, one of the guys, there's a guy under the car, right, and there's two guys working on one car. One of the two guys, there's a bit of a crack sound. He falls over, and everyone's attention. That's actually makes it easier for you because everyone's attention just is drawn to the car, and you're up against the wall, so no one's really looking at you. And the guy from under the car will just come up and he'll just say, "For fuck's sake, what do you do now?" "Sorry, boss." And there is a bit of discussion. One of the guys have broken some of the chassis. A part of the chassis has been broken. Like he's broken some of the parts. I'm not a car guy, so I have absolutely no idea what things are called. But like he's just broken a fairly valuable piece, maybe two or three. And the guy from under the car is just berating him like, "Fucking idiot! This is like 1/3 of the reason why we do this shit. It's for the shit you just broke. It's coming out of your cut." And this guy is profusely or trying to excuse him, and you know, there's a bit of back and forth, but the guy at the computer will just sit down again, and the guy who just fucked up, he'll just he'll take over for the guy who's under the car. Just go look. Don't touch anything. You think you could do that? All right. And the guy from under the car is most likely Leo, because you're quite sure that he fits better with the description. Of course, they're all sorts of Italian, but Leo's described as, he's not bad looking, but he's not like a supermodel. But like of all of these guys, he's obviously the one who does, well, something about his appearance. All the others do not. So he sticks out a bit, and this is probably the guy.
All right. With me stealthing closer to the ground, I want to see if I can hide behind something and maybe cause some type of mild distraction to get the other guys to move so I can easily get closer to Leo.
At this point, what he's doing right now is he's getting to work on the car, taking over for the other guy. You have obfuscate 1, so as long as you're standing still, you're not going to get spotted.
Yep. Then, yeah, but once I move, so if I was trying to cause a direction.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem since I only have it at 1.
All right. It takes 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and then Leo is more giving directions to him, and he's just like pointing and just talking, telling the other guy to just what needs to be done first, and then he'll just shake his head and he'll just he will go over to the to another door, and it's like a garage opening door, and well, it's another door in the room. He'll just say, "All right, I'm going for a cigarette. Okay, don't break anything while I'm gone." Fucking moron. And he goes out of the door. and you can see that he has already a cigarette in his mouth as he's sleeping.
I pursue him.
Wow, stealthy. You will get around again. These three guys in here now, they're focused. The failure guy is he's under the car, so he can't see anything, and the two others are focused. So you can slip past him. You come out. He is standing like 2 or 3 meters away from you. He's just he doesn't see you when you didn't close the door, so you don't have to open it. There is you usually have to push it. You don't have to open it since it's not closed all the way in. So you can get out. He's standing and smoking a cigarette. And sorry, but while we're doing that, meanwhile, Selena is fighting for this lovely gentleman is using all of his non-existent etiquette. It's like he sounds ridiculous. Let's be honest.
She just kind of keep him role play idea, and just encourage him like, oh, you do that so well. That's such a turn on. I like it when you call me milady.
Oh,
And just
lady, yeah, it's the best, you know. And he will get up and he will just he will turn you around and try to just find a place to open this dress. But knowing Selena, I would say that it's probably not something that has a zipper.
it would, but it would be the kind that's not readily visible. You know, the cut of the dress would be just so that the zip is actually down her armpit down and would be very well hidden in the seam.
He's nonetheless, he is searching for it quite vigorously. This is yeah.
Keep up the kind of giggling facade that she's totally into this, when really inside she's kind of needing a red hot shower. But she would be kind of wriggling, trying to keep him from finding the zip, while at the same time kind of pressing up against him just a little bit to keep his interest without making it too easy for him.
Do you have common sense?
Yes.
You do? Really? Wow. Okay.
It's a good merit. Why not have it?
Yeah. Okay. It's just very, very. You know that of the many effects of the kiss, there is generally a sense of calming and a sense of pacification.
She'd know. What, sorry? That
the kiss, the act of feeding, not only is it a good feeling, but it also has a sort of a pacification feeling, pacifying.
okay. So
people do tend to relax.
then, as she's kind of wriggling, she would position herself so that he would think that she was just going to kind of like kiss his neck gently.
As you do that, he stops for a little bit and it's just like, oh yeah, and like the idea of you beginning to kiss him is something he can he likes.
And kind of relaxes a little, then she would feed on him.
He's oh wow. I mean, you're gonna have to Okay, you're gonna have to teach. Somebody's doing that, or can we get a? Ooh, can you get my the phone number or something? And you take, how much blood do you take?
Not too much, just enough to have the desired effect on him.
You could take a single blood point. That's more than plenty. He's just he's a bit of in a haze. He's just wow. I mean, oh, that was really something. And yeah, and he seems a little out of it, and he sits down on the couch and just says, "Why don't you come over and wow, whoa, why don't you come over and sit here?"
She would go and sit right next to him, and just kind of talk to him slowly and calm, most soothing voice that she can.
Yeah, he's going to explain to you that he's never experienced abroad, and he's using that word and worse of words to like he's never experienced anyone being that good. Obviously, this guy has never ever felt the kiss before. That's very clear to you. But he's quite affected by it.
And she'd be promising that he could feel that and even more, that he just needs to sit quietly with her for a minute so she can enjoy his company. And
he seems to be totally on board with that, but he's a bit of a dreaming state now, a little bit like he's like quite lightheaded almost. Meanwhile, William, you are seeing the side of Leo.
I'd get my pistol ready for obvious threat, and I'd just speak very calmly, no stress, just like a typical conversational voice, and go, "Hello, please don't be alarmed. I just wish to talk to you for a moment."
He spins around, just, "Who the fuck are you?"
And I put my hand up over my finger over my lips, like, "Shh," and I kind of shake my hand where my pistol is. Said, "Just a mild talk. No need to get excited."
All right, hey, whoa. Okay, listen. All right, okay. Whoa, okay. Dude, look, whatever you want, you don't want to do that. Messing with me is a fucking liability.
And he looked at him and actually smiled, like, "No, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt your friends. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt your shop. I just want to talk."
Sure. Yeah, whatever you want to talk about. I mean, yeah, talk, sure. Yeah, it's a good shot, right?
Like, yeah, it's a decent operation. And he'll actually smile and he'll put his hand that he used to shush him and pull out his hand and give him like a handshake and go, "Simon Trevors."
Yeah, Simon. Yeah, my name is Pat.
It's
says.
Leo, right? Leo.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's Leo. Okay, yeah, who told you? Okay, what do you want?
I think you took something from me, and I'd like to know where it is and why.
I didn't take nothing.
You sure? You didn't take maybe a few weeks ago a car from a lot?
No, I never did. Hey, what do I look like to you? I didn't take a car. No.
And perception, empathy.
You don't need to roll. This guy is like, what do I look to you is probably not the smartest thing to say because he looks like someone who owns a chop shop. So obviously this guy steals cars. So yeah, well, you can actually probably should roll it. Yeah, this guy has one success. You can take a perception and empathy.
No. It's just a fail then.
Okay. He seems, when he says that, like, you can't read one way or the other.
No.
probably maybe he hasn't taken the car. Maybe he doesn't know that it was your. Who knows?
And with that, noticing like, I couldn't really sense it off. I'm going to be specific. I'm going to ask him again, and I'm going to be a little bit more stern. I'm having Auspex with my hearing to listen to his heartbeat. I go, you sure he didn't take anything from me, Leo?
I mean, I don't even know what. I mean, no, I haven't. But then again, I don't know what your stuff is. I mean, that would help, Like, did you check anything for me? Well, maybe. I mean, if you claim that this brick, and he just points down at a brick, this is your brick, and I would take it. Yeah, but I wouldn't know it was your brick, so I wouldn't know that I took it. Would I?
That's true. We can say you're an innocent bystander, and maybe I found the wrong person, and I was told by poor sources, and this is a purely happenstance mistake. And he looks at him and says, still relatively calm faced. But I have a lot of trust in my sources. And these days...
You should get yourself some other and more, trustworthy sources. I had to straighten up my people every once in a while. It happens.
Yep. And he'll kind of nod. Like, yeah, I can see that. So, Leo.
Yeah, so, anyway, how the fuck did you get in here, by the way?
I walked.
We need that asshole. All right. So, this is private property, and I would have really much appreciated if the fucking interrogation is done with. I would really appreciate it if you get the fuck out of my shop and place, all right?
I was like, I will gladly leave, and you will hopefully never see me again. Just a few more questions, please. And he'll ask, have you sold to anybody interesting lately? Maybe some new faces, or maybe new deals or rules with your deals of late?
Why the fuck would I... Why would I say that to you? If I had, I wouldn't say to you. I don't know you, and you're just... I'm into my private property.
Well, I'm under the assumption that he did the same to me, so I feel that I'm being equivalent right now.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I don't know you. I've never seen you before. I've never been around your place. Not that I know of, but then again, I didn't know you were anywhere around here. I mean, are you even protected? I mean,
And he speaks out like, let's just say I'm a bit of a family man, and right now you stole something that my family might care about. So if they give a bigger reason why they want to investigate this more thoroughly and less kindly as I would, I'd like to keep that to a minimum, because I'm just not that kind of person.
Oh, so that's how it is. That's how it is. Yeah. So you want the Italians to be pissed off. So I should grease you right now. You do know that, don't you? We're in direct competition. If you want a war, you got it, pal.
No. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of war, but I'm also not a big fan of theft. I just want to figure out where my stuff went and why it went somewhere.
What is your stuff? What kind of car is it?
It was a mid-range vehicle. I'm just going to say it was a sedan. So nothing too above, nothing too below.
Do you describe the car?
Yeah.
And I will say that you can take a perception and roll. This time the difficulty is somewhat low. When you describe the car, he reacts. There's just like his pupils just twitch and it just become a little bit smaller. Just yeah, and they're just scumbag. Go to wrench. I mean, he's a fucking scumbag. You know, he steals all the time, man. I can't stop this guy.
And with the one success, do I feel that he's telling the truth or giving me a half truth?
You're getting the fact that he remembered or realized something, and he is probably bullshitting you. That's fairly clear.
And I sigh. I go, okay, man, I'm not trying to make this hard. I don't want to hurt you. And he goes into his pocket with his hand, and he'll pull out like $200. I just want information, and I want to go home. Don't make this difficult, please. And they'll pass him $200. Just give me what I need to know, and nothing bad has to happen.
Oh, information. Yeah. Well, I said Joe the wrench. He's totally. He's got the car. Yeah. Probably. I mean, he steals all the time. He's the Bronx.
And I can probably say this person does exist, but I feel like he's scapegoating with him.
Yeah. Very much so.
And at this point, William would be getting annoyed that, like, dude, I am being extremely polite and you keep bullshitting me. Like, I guess I have to be a bit more strict. And I will pull out the gun and I'll just basically point it at his head. And again, I'll make the shushing motion. Like, quit trying to use me as a scapegoat. Just tell me.
Hey, listen, okay. Like, no need for that. All right, okay. Relax. Okay. You know, Joe the wrench. He stops, looks at you, and just look. Okay. Someone I know might have sold your car. Right? Stolen it and sold it off. All right. I might have. I don't know, but I'm quite sure that. It might have been sold off in more than one piece, you know?
And I sigh and try to do perception empathy to validate.
You don't need to roll. He's more or less saying to you that he probably put it in his chop shop, chopped it up into pieces and sold it. That's pretty much what he's saying.
And he sighs. Like, man, I gave you $200. I've been polite, and you've been lying to me nearly this whole entire time. What's up with that?
I mean, hey, I didn't say nothing. I mean, I gave you information, you know. I gave you information, you know. It's what good, honest people do.
Uh-huh. That's like, all right. So, last question, and then I think I should have enough that I need to know. This a typical just grab for you and this gentleman, or somebody asked you to do this?
Hey, I didn't do anything. Okay. Hey, what is with this hostility, huh?
And William will just sigh and he'll lower the gun. Like, all right, let's just say this is a mistake, and I appreciate the information. And you won't see me for a while unless we have reason to possibly do business.
Okay, good enough. Why don't you, get the fuck out of here.
And he'll look at him like, I would appreciate, and especially since I paid you, not to be alarmed, don't tell your friends. Could you do that for me?
He looks at you and just looks at you and just says, yeah, I won't tell a soul.
And with that, he feels like the sarcasm in his voice, and it's like, okay. And like, I'll just do this the easier way. And I will use celerity to knock him off guard and slam him into the wall, and I'll start beating off of him.
Beating?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
you can do that.
So that's the main thing. The celerity is more to show how quickly, even though we are relatively close, it'll be uncanny how I get to this position on him.
Like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay.
And William will go to him and goes like, you know what? I don't feel like you can be trustworthy enough, so I'm gonna have to put some insurance on you.
Wait, wait,
And
whoa, whoa, okay, hey, whoa, hey, I didn't pay to get, in combat with some Shaolin fucking motherfucker, okay? Listen, hold on, I won't tell a soul, all right? Okay, just leave me alone and I won't tell anyone, okay? I was, I didn't know you were some, like, a kung fu motherfucker.
sorry, man, I have to be careful. And I will drain him to a point of unconsciousness, and then I'm gonna bloodbound him.
Okay. You will feed him some of your blood.
And I'll make sure just that he doesn't cry out. I will put my hand over his mouth as I feed off of him.
If you drain more than 3 blood points, or 3 or 4, he won't say anything.
All right. Yep. And then I'll feed him a bit to make sure that he's less inclined to lie to me. And I'll kind of tap him on the face a bit. It's like, "Ain't you a cute puppy?" And I'll take my money back and see if I can walk around the building back to the entrance.
You can walk around. You can see the guy the guy at the door seems a little bit annoyed that he has to stand here while someone else is having a good time. And but yeah, you can pretty much from this side you can pretty much walk away, but yeah, you can also get to the front.
And I will call out and go, "My lady, I think I'm done with business here. We should start leaving."
The guy at the front he doesn't really know where it's coming from, but he looks up and looks around. Who the fuck said that? Meanwhile, Selena, inside, you hear someone calling out for my lady.
As soon as she hears William's voice, she would just be like, "Well, darling, it's been a pleasure, but I must go. Ciao."
Yeah. Call me anytime, he says.
She'd just blow him a kiss and then saunter out.
Are you done? I mean, that was the guy at the front seems quite confused. Someone saw you enter, but he's still looking around to see whoever shouted where that person is. He will, although be distracted by Selena, but yeah. The two of you.
She just does her best to kind of ass wiggling strut past him and just waves.
Oh, he likes that. He's just like, yeah, that's it, honey. Yeah, all right. And as the two of you leave the area, this guy will somewhat unsuccessfully search for whoever shouted at him or at the building, and the two of you can leave.
William will look over to Selena and goes, "I hope your time with that man was more pleasant than mine."
Well, it wasn't the most pleasurable evening I've ever spent, but I hope you gained the information you require.
Right now, this seems unfortunately just maybe a petty incident. I'm sorry I got you involved with something so minor, but I do appreciate it.
Not at all, darling. Part of the same coterie.
Yeah. He nods. Yes. Well, Mr. Leo will be much more cooperative with us from now on, and hopefully a usable source for our needs.
All right, and with that, I believe we will end our scene here. Thank you very much, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. Good night.